precious souls. It's coming. All right. Okay, Soul Fam, join us live for another episode of As the Matrix Turns. No, let's call it As the Matrix Unfolds. That'll be the name of our group. Okay, we're gonna find out if anybody's gonna join us tonight. It's Monday night. Wow. Hope anybody who had to go out there and do the 9 to 5 jobs, you're doing okay. You weren't, beat up too badly. I'm just going to shuffle the heck out of these cards while I wait and see if anybody else joins us. If you're here, shoot a hello if you want. Make sure the comments are working. We're going to find out what your spirit guides want you to know. And your ancestors. Guardian angels. Oh, boom, boom, boom. This is going to be interesting. Come through, Holy Spirit. Oh, well, really? So we've got the 10 of Cups in reverse, and yet we've got the 6 of Wands right after it. Okay. I think the channel message is coming in pretty loud and clear, but I just want to confirm. So use the cards, please, Spirit. Thank you. Yeah. Okay. The Hierophant in reverse. And the Ace of Pentacles. And the 9 of Cups in reverse. This is so strange, eh? Okay. And the 9 of Wands. This is getting interesting. Okay, is there anybody out there? Anybody out there? Not seeing them in the comments. Hopefully the comments are working. All right, this reading, what I'm getting channeled is with the 10 of Cups in reverse, the 9 of Cups in reverse, the Hierophant in reverse, and yet we've got the 6 of Wands in the upright, the Ace of Pentacles in the upright, and the 9 of Wands in the upright. So some of you are really holding your ground, but I'm getting like, the wounded warrior. You've been through so much, and that's because something happened, and I think I know what, but we're just going to keep going with this. Something happened that stood in the way of you fulfilling some of your heart's desire, but I'm feeling honestly like something that you really dreamed of doing, something that would make your heart full, and as well, it stood in the way of some kind of a reunion, a union with love, a lot to do with happy family, a lot to do with some kind of a connection, a love connection is what I'm feeling intuitively, and that's because you had. I don't like these readings, but I got to give you what I see, guys. There was something going on in the background. A group of people, okay, they were definitely operating against spiritual laws. They were operating more in the dark shadow aspect of themselves, coming against you, trying to block you from this incredible victory. But what I see here is with the Ace of Pentacles, there is a divine offering that's coming in that's going to be a game changer. But they needed to, your spirit guides needed to get these individuals out of your energy first. And I do hear that they are receiving karma at this time, and their gifts or their ability to use their spiritual gifts has been blocked because they misused it. They needed to have their gifts kind of used in the shadow side against you to rack up enough karma that they, in order to, I guess it's something to do with the justice in the spirit world. They had to do something to a specific level of some kind. I'm not really understanding. It's something that's over my head, in order to finally be able to kind of pull them out of the game. I'm hearing that's weird. Okay. All right. Let's find out a little more. So, what do we need to know about the collective watching at this time with regard to the Ten of Cups? I'm hearing, before I even look at the card, I'm hearing right now that this Ace of Pentacles, this brand new miraculous offer from the divine, is going to help bring all of this in for you in a different way, in a different route. Okay, so with the Four of Pentacles, what do you want them to know about that? There might be something that you still need to let go of, that you're clutching. I'm going to get a little more on that. Is it this group? Is it this individual? What do I need to know about the Four of Pentacles, Spirit? It's an old mindset. Okay. Wow. Okay. So these people had you down in a negative mindset. That was their prime goal. They used a lot of manipulative tactics to get your mindset into such a place that you started to feel like it wasn't easy to create wealth for yourself. It wasn't easy. The money wasn't there, or something to that effect. It wasn't easy to find security and stability. So now you need to know there's nothing. They're not touching you now. It's like the residual energy of some of the stuff that they were trying to project on you, trying to create for you. They were creating blockages so that you stop believing in yourself. That's why I'm seeing the wounded warrior also in my mind's eye. They're showing me now the layout that they wanted. Okay, thanks, Spirit. Let's be real clear, okay? Let's be real clear. All right, what are we victorious with here, Spirit, for the collective watching? What are we victorious with? What are we victorious with? Ten of Pentacles. Yeah, so you're getting the ultimate happiness, stability, the wealth, the good health, the family, happy family, all the good stuff, a lot of success, stability, security, like I said. They're telling me to draw another one. There's more that you will be pulling in, and it'll start with this Ace of Pentacles. It's something being offered, okay? Okay, not seeing any comments. We've got some viewers. Who's out there, guys? Who's out there with me? This is the channel where we get to talk about whatever the heck we want, be ourselves, totally authentic, raw and real, and everybody's safe here in our little soul tribe. Yeah, okay, so part of what you're being victorious in is literally you've come against these dark energies, and you've totally beat them out. You danced with the devil and won, is what I'm hearing. Yeah, you brought an end to an old cycle, which is so powerful. This is why you're being offered these celebrations. They told me to grab the end here. Celebrations, okay? It's a matter of the justice. 11 might be very relevant for you right now at this time. That might be a number that you are, some special number for you. Could also be New Year's, January 1st. Oh, I'm channeling, and I'm getting warmer and warmer. I've got some intense energy coming through right now. All right, Spirit, what else do you want us to know? I think maybe we need to know a little bit more about the truth about the Hierophant in reverse, please. What were these guys up against? What was my little soul family up against that they defeated? Definitely the devil, dark energy. What was being thrown at them so that they can celebrate exactly what they came against? I'm hearing spell work, slander, and everything to make you feel left out in the cold. What do we got here? I'm trying to read that. Yeah, things are looking up. Awesome. Yes. Okay. So you had things projected at you to try to make you feel left out in the cold. You might have been feeling abandoned. And like I said, with the finances, it's like you were put in a very, very difficult place financially. Okay. Someone I'm hearing wanted you codependent on them. So they kind of set you up. And then it didn't work when you finally cut ties, which really threw them right off. And also feeling unloved. Okay. Like, so yeah, This is all the stuff you, Magician in reverse. There's the spell work. There was a lot of really dark energy being cast your way, and that is so wrong. A lot of manipulation. All right. I want to see your name right. I'm going to have to. Okay. See, there it is, guys. It's being returned, just like I said, the 10 of Cups. So they tried to take the 10 of Cups, and where is it? Right here. Everything, like I said, everything you thought you lost is being returned. It's being reiterated right now by Spirit. Everything and some, okay? Do you have any questions? Things are looking up. You got any questions you want me to ask Spirit on your behalf? Okay, so you're being asked to continue working hard on your craft. You're already mastering it. Whatever it is, you're meant to bring this out and share it with people, okay? There's something you need to share with people. You're kind of sitting on the fence because you're a little guarded. Well, of course you're guarded. You've had a whole bunch of crazy stuff thrown your way by someone who abused their power and authority. But you saw it. 10 of Pentacles and the ultimate happiness, the ultimate security, everything you could possibly have in this life is coming forward to reward you for everything you've been through, for doing the work of the Creator and pointing out the ones that really need a little spanking, I guess, discipline. I don't know. What do you call that? A timeout? Some karma? All right, guys, I'm going to wrap this up. Let's have some more fun. Let's have some activities together. I didn't announce that I was doing this live, so I'm really glad for anybody who did chime in, who found me here at this time. It's good to see you all. And even those that haven't come into the comments yet, welcome, welcome, welcome. All right, let's get interactive here. Does anybody have a question they want answered? These are free on my channel right now. These are freebies. Okay, I'm going to tap in. I'm going to find out what your soul wants you to know at this time. I'll probably keep this one quicker tonight, this live, because it was kind of last minute. Okay, calling in your higher self, your guardian angels, spirit guides, and your ancestors. What is it that the collective watching needs to know at this time, please? Okay, so some of you are being called to actually do more meditation. And that doesn't mean you have to sit in the corner and, do what they do. And, all these people that have it all figured out how they do the meditation with the folded legs and all that and like a pretzel. It means just taking some quiet time for yourself because there's a lot of messages that they're trying to get through to you at this time. I'm going to put my magnifying gear on so I can see better all these comments here. Okay. So, Books Manfeld. Let's see what we've got. Books Manfeld. Who do you think led the attack? It's happening years later, and sometimes someone texts my boss, casts my boss out on my behalf the other day. Oh, really? Well, I don't know if you'll believe me. I'm sure where you are on your journey of spiritualism, and you may not believe me, but this is more than just one person. More than just one. This is an energy that jumps person to person. Have you ever noticed that you'll be all buddy-buddy with somebody or in a relationship or, and they suddenly change. They suddenly change. They suddenly turn on you. It's an energy that literally is like a parasite. It just jumps people to people and it goes against people of light. So my best channeled answer for you there, Books Manfeld, is that you are a very divine being and they want a piece of you because there's quite a bit of spiritual attacking going on at this time. Looks like, though, somebody's going through a breakthrough. And I know that at this time, roles are being reversed. It's kind of wild. Everything that's done in the dark is coming to light. So who do I think led the attack? Okay. Books Manfeld says, I've dealt with real evil people, local law enforcement. Gotcha, me too. I know. Even investigated me, and then once they figured out that I'm a nice guy, they went around telling these people to shut up. Hey, you definitely belong with our little soul tribe. I can resonate with that. I can resonate with that. There's a lot of corruption. So you know what I'm talking about. And this has come after all of us light workers for a long time. All it did was make us stronger. But what I'm getting called to say from spirit is, they're trying to steal our childlike innocence. The part of us that just loves unconditionally. They want to change us. They want us to stop being who we are. That's the name of the game, is for them to either get us to do ourselves in, leave the planet, quit talking, or just become something very dark and join them on the dark side. Yeah, I know. Books Manfeld, it's a lifelong thing that we've gone through, but honestly, everything, the poles are being reversed. You'll start to see this everywhere. Look around the whole world, right? Yeah. Well, everybody that I've found on my journey, and like yourself as well, it doesn't matter how good you are, because these forces were very much the power and the authority over this 3D world, right? But things are changing now, so it's a big upheaval. And now all of the lies, all of all of that is being exposed. And there are people like me who come on and just, we're truth seers, truth speakers, and that's who you are too. And the more we just keep bringing it to light and everybody keeps coming forward. And it's not just that, though. This is also being done in the spirit world. This is all happening whether anybody likes it or not. It's kind of like choose your side of the fence. Which one do you want to be on? Do you want to operate out of the shadow side, or do you want to, rebuild a new earth, a better place for all of us, something that operates from love, honesty, forgiveness, and you could certainly tell which ones are the wounded warriors are the ones that are sitting on the right side, as far as I'm concerned. Exactly, said Books Manfeld. I will always be loving, fun, and psychic. You betcha. And that's why you have these beautiful psychic abilities, is because you could be entrusted with them. Okay, so that's why they were never taken away from you, but they've just strengthened and gotten more and more powerful. Of course, because you're going to use them in the right way. But like I said, there are those that aren't making that decision yet. They're still not sure, right? They're still tempted by, greed, deception. Some people, unless they see it, and even when they see it smacked right in their face, this is real. This is very powerful. Being psychic, operating from your heart space is the best, most strongest, authentically, the biggest powerhouse that you could possibly be. There's a lot of people that still don't buy into that, because for all this time, all the power was in the wrong hands. And it was the people, it was like, survival of the fittest. It's sad. I would like to know who, as far as the skin suit is, that was the ringleader on coming against you, Books Manfeld. But I have this very strong intuitive feeling that it's going to land on your lap. It's going to be presented. Okay, I just got another channel message. Thank you, Spirit. Okay, this group, one of them is going to buckle and actually come forward to tell you, because the karma will be, they're fearful. They're starting to feel you pulled your energy away or something. They're getting some indication. Maybe, they're getting nudged also by their spirit guides to come forward, because they're afraid. This might even involve something to do with legal ramifications. This person's afraid. I'm feeling their energy, like a lot of anxiety. There's someone, not the ringleader. I don't feel this is the ringleader, but someone's going to come forward. Brooks Manfeld, so true. My gifts grew exponentially from them attacking me. Laugh out loud. I thank them. Exactly. So you're awesome. You're like someone who has learned how to alchemize and transmute what they send. Some people say, oh, return to sender. I say, oh, no, I'm not wasting that. That's good stuff. That's energy. I'm going to be creative. I'm going to do things with this. My ears ringing. Okay, so totally. All they're doing is helping us grow, grow, grow. It's like a beautiful gift after we get tormented by them. And man, have I been so slammed. I've still got groups. I've got people watching right now. I can almost guarantee it. Let's see. They are under secret accounts, just watching. But like their true objective is to try to keep us afraid. As long as you don't operate out of fear or insecurities, they can't touch you. You're vibrating way over their head. Okay, I'm going to ask something else you need to know. Let's find out what else you need to know there. Tapping into Brooks Manfeld's higher self. Just go with the flow. So your spirit team totally has your back. Don't even worry. You just be you. I'm hearing coming through. Walk with your head held high, and just know you're untouchable. There will be those. Oh, okay, so you're one like meal. So you're kind of like a walking tower. They're saying that they place you in these groups of people, and give them enough rope and see what they do with it. And almost every time they can't help themselves, they come at you. Just go with the flow. You'll be removed when you need to from places that get too carried away, and those who take it too far, they just get a tougher karma. And like you said, you level up. They're just leveling you up. Yeah, and while they receive a massive tower. So when they receive this massive tower, it's literally just a catalyst to give them the opportunity to heal their inner wounds. Okay, Brooks Manfeld. Yeah, probably I've done nothing, but whatever reason, a bunch of them died or went to prison. Don't play with good people. Exactly. And they get taken care of. They get removed out of your life for sure. After they've gone too far, that's it. You don't get a ton of chances to come against one of the creators chosen. You're here for bigger things. Also, your story would be an incredible book, and you know it. If you've had a path like mine, you've had this your whole life, you've already got a series of books you could write. They're already written. You just got to put ink to them. Bestseller. It'll help a lot of people that don't realize they're not alone in that, because we know what that's like too. Trying to get people to see the truth when they're all corrupt and crooked. Excuse me. I remember one time, my throat chakra, because I just thought of something that was the truth that I'm no longer afraid to talk about. But I remember one time, one of the many times I had to call 911 because I was being abused. And when the police officers showed up, because this is like truly a highly, highly manipulative, narcissistic person I was with, one set of police officers on another occasion from two different towns called him Master Manipulator, or King of Manipulation. King of Manipulation. That was what they dubbed him. Anyways, this time there was a female cop, and within seconds he had her giggling and laughing, and here I was, and they were waltzing me off the property. Meanwhile, I was just physically attacked. Brooks Manfeld. Always works good for me. I am up, by the way. Well, cool. That's where we got to stay. Stay up, vibrate high, be happy. Just I don't let them change me. I did for years. I didn't know better, and it destroyed a good chunk of me. And then I just what I grew back, like the salamander that grows their limbs back, mine's like titanium now. I'm titanium. I'm not just the phoenix. I'm the titanium girl, because everything I grew back was done out of sheer willpower. Okay, do you have any other questions? Since I don't think they're going to start naming people with these, but I do feel like someone's going to come forward, and that's how you're going to find your truth, because they're terrified. They're going to see the truth. They are being made to see the truth, that what they did, because they were lied to. Someone who did this to you, a picture was painted of you that was so false that they thought that they were justified in coming against you for some reason. They were, so the ringleader was manipulating, brainwashing. And this person is starting to see through it now. Oh, that's pretty wild. Okay. So your spirit guides just came through and said, okay, explain it just a second. Hold on. That the truth is held back from this person because they wanted to see what they would do and if they would justify it. And they did come against you. And now they are being slammed with the truth from spirit, like veil ripped off, like wide open. And now they realize what they've done, who they came against, and that they were manipulated, and they're very, very scared, anxious is what I'm getting. Yes. Brooks Manfield, yes. We are tapped in now. You're calling my usernames now. The truth speaker. Yeah, thank you for that confirmation. Up is the first letters of my last name. Oh, that's awesome. Okay. That's cool. I love that. Well, that makes sense. You're one of the divine. Of course, it's up. I always told myself when I was in the deep end of their pits of fun that they were throwing, you can only go up from here. Yeah. Their main objective is to slow us down, keep us feeling like, keep us in the perspective. That's a big key word. The perspective that we cannot do anything more, that we are at their mercy, which is such a crock. It is so wrong. That was their main objective, keep us stuck by our own doing through mind games, and that's not happening. Okay. Booksmanveld. Confirmation is all I wanted. I tap in with readers. I'm like a hub or conduit. Oh, I love that. Yeah. It took me a long time. Like, I've been doing readings for like 30 years. But I know my family bloodlines are psychic and everything. And I know I was in other lives too, but it took me a long time because one of my lessons was to speak authentically because I was super sensitive with the 3 in one of my numbers. But to speak what I was getting through without filtering it. And that is so important. It's our responsibility. Donna just made it. Hello from Michigan. Oh, hello, Donna. That's awesome. Welcome to our little party. So I'm calling this meeting space, I'm calling it As the Matrix Unfolds. It has to have a unique name because this is where all our soul family gathers. What did I miss? Oh, nothing, just the end of the mean guys, the bad guys losing the battles. Yeah, you didn't miss tons. We're just getting this party started. What you got going on? I got to start announcing when I'm doing this, but I've kind of fly by the seat of my pants lately. Actually, ever since I completely free fell into this role, so I never know what's up. I've got a whole bunch of custom painted paddles I've got to create, all kinds of stuff. It's getting busy. Books Manfeld, laugh out loud. They won round 1, then exactly. They, you know what? It's like, what is it? Is it called sharking? I don't know if that's the term. I remember learning this lesson when I was a kid. My dad was trying to teach me about not letting people con you, I guess. And he would ask if I wanted to bet some of my allowance on this video game, and he'd always let me win the first one and get my confidence up. Then he'd totally take my allowance, right? He'd give it back. But the whole point is, let them win one, and they get overconfident, and then watch the comeback, right? Donna says, picking raspberries in my yard. Oh, nice. Oh, that's sweet. I like that. I think if I had raspberries in my yard, I would be skeptical to pick them and eat them because my dog runs around and waters things, if you will. Okay, so we have 2 people communicating and 3 current viewers. Who's being shy out there that wants to talk? Who wants to have a little chit chat with us? Come on out and play. We're safe. We just talk about raw, real stuff, and there's no judgment ever. Okay, Books Manfeld. Oh my God, I've literally lived in a matrix for years. Weird. Tell me about it. Like a mouse in the maze. I don't know why my computer just did a dinging noise. I guess they were confirming your matrix. Okay, who else have we got out there? And what do we want to do? We've got some time to play. We're live. What are we gonna do? It's all free, no money. We don't need to. Boy, this really bothers me. Can I open a topic here? I'm gonna do it anyways because I'm chatty Cathy. Okay, so like it's really free, and in fact it's mandatory to shove us into school, so we're brainwashed and programmed, right? We all know that. All the damage is free, all the trauma is free, all of that is free. And yet, how almost near impossible is it to try to get somebody to help heal the inner wounds, to show us the way? And it's really easy. Like I've done all the courses and done all the certification. The first thing I want to do, and I'm having a hard time, it's like I'm literally having some of that shadow energy trying to keep me from doing this. I'm going to bring it on here free. I'm just going to do it free. How to heal, everything, all of it. We should put it in the prisons and the schools. Start there. Books, Manfeld. Yummy. Yeah, no thanks, eh? Hey, third person. Yeah, and now we've got four people. We've got 4 people watching, and is it 2 people talking? Wait, where were we? Donna. Books. Yeah, okay, so we need some opinions here. What do you think? Should healing the inner childhood traumas be real easy to get to and free? That's what I feel. Books, Manfeld says, yeah, Ron, and real everything you're saying is dead on with me. Love it. Oh, that's so cool. Hey, you want to chime in too, puppy dog? You got me pretty well trained also. We already had our outside run, so we're just going to chill for a bit, okay? We're just going to chill for a little bit. Come say hello. Come on. Oh, look at that face. 777 Aloha. Ooh, wicked cool name. Yes, please. Okay, well, you know what? That's my mission. Because everything I learned, I want everybody to have it free. I want to heal those who've come against us. I want them to heal too, and especially. Like, we're tough. We can get through stuff. I'm going to heal us too. I want all of us to heal. But let's start with the ones that are, contaminating the mindsets of others. Give them some love and watch them learn and grow. All right, let's do one more reading because I started it and then we have some people joining. So I'm going to do a 10 card. If you guys are cool with that, 10 card. Osho Zen. I love Osho Zen. They get to the raw deal. The other cards are great and fun and everything, but I like to know what exactly is going on deep inside of us so we have power to change it. Yeah, you guys, we all need to become very friendly with each other, supporting each other, liking each other's stuff. I always say to everybody who's on here, don't be afraid to go on each other's YouTube, especially if you've got something that you're trying to do, express, creative expression, like it and share it and get on there and subscribe with each other because the more we support each other, the better. That little boy's getting adamant. He wants to do this. Donna says, what does my inner child need from me right now? I've told her you're going to be just fine. Well, good, because you're parenting your inner child. You need to trust, okay? Like where I literally free fell. I just finally had enough. At one time, I had 4 different narcissistic people coming at me. People that were frenemies that I gave everything I had to. It was horrible. And my ex, there was a lot of things going on. And I just finally said, I've had enough. I'm quitting all my matrix jobs. I quit all my jobs. I took all the power back. I called back all my power. And I didn't know how I was going to do it. But let me tell you, you could free fall and have total trust and you'll do just fine. So the main part of this reading is about trust. Okay, Spirit. Oh, stop it. You're so impatient sometimes. You're just a lucky boy. Challenge, be playful. And I know this sounds ridiculous, right? But we're talking about your inner child. I am playful and goofy a lot because I don't really worry anymore about what people think of me. I don't really worry about it. And I think that's the superpower. No one can manipulate you when you don't care what they're going to say or do to you, how they feel about you. 777 Aloha said, I would like to ask the same thing. Yeah. Okay, I'm going to need my magnifying goggles here. Sylvie, hi, Catherine. Hi, Sylvie. And Brooks Manfeld, you have to get honest and address the issue without pointing fingers. That's how you heal. Exactly. Take accountability of the fact that we gave our power away. We put ourselves in these positions. We allowed this to happen. It's about parenting ourselves because our inner child our inner child needs a parent that's secure and creates a safe environment. And now we are the ones who are in control. So we don't end up saying, yeah, like I had a lot of people coming up against me, a lot. But guess what? That's because I had some major inner wounds to heal. I was a people pleaser. I was allowed myself to become codependent. I had a lot of inner childhood wounds from the dynamics that I experienced throughout my life. And until I started recognizing it, saying, oh my gosh, why do I keep attracting the same kind of people in my life? Why is this? Well, could it be that, I have no boundaries that are really healthy? Could it be I don't advocate for myself? Could it be I don't speak authentically? I say, yes, sure, I'll help you. And no, I really don't want to. Shh. We're having an as the matrix unfolds moment. Okay. So, yeah, it's absolutely paramount that we remain playful. It pulls out that innocence, which brings up our frequency and vibration. And when we were children, we were the closest we could ever be as far as resonating on that level from spirit, okay? It wasn't all tainted and mucked with yet, okay? We were playful. If we were angry, we'd get angry and yelling out, and then it would be gone, done. 5 seconds later, we're just happy and we're playing with our toys, right? Same as crying. We didn't go, oh, it's not a good time to cry. I'm just going to stuff these emotions down. I'll wait for a better time. No, well, we wanted something, we cry. Children are so pure. Children are so pure. And that's our challenge, is to remember what it is to be playful, young, and innocent, and not worry about how we look when we express ourselves authentically, not worry about expressing these emotions as they come up, not be this over adulting person that throws our vessel right into the ground because we're overworking it. No, it's about using your imagination. Before we were told that was wrong in the classrooms. Don't you be daydreaming. I'm trying to program you. Like tapping into that imagination, because that's how we use our vision, is to create. We need an imagination in order to create. And I'm always saying there's so many other ways to pull on your imagination and envision a better way, which then, reverse engineer it and create it through baby steps. Brooks Manfeld, we have so much in common. Yeah, I think we have. I think we've had the same path. Same path. What a fun ride that was, eh? Got to stay playful. I could be the biggest goofball. And, I get all these people. Sometimes you get people giggling, but sometimes I get people that are like, oh, and you could tell they're just disgusted because they don't have the tenacity to get out there and fly the kite in the windstorm. Everybody else is like, oh, my hair. Oh, I can't be out here. Oh, I've got work to do. And I'm just like, I'm calling up my daughter. I'm like, do you see how windy it is out there? I've got our kites. Let's go. Or, snowstorms. I'm the one out there building a snowman, because you got to keep that inner child alive. You've got to. And it's seriously one of the many secrets to having the happiest life. It doesn't matter what's going on around you. If you're still youthful inside, you will make fun and find happiness and create. Thank you, Spirit. They corrected me. Create happiness every moment. So you're always happy. Okay, so subconsciously, we all know these are stepping stones. Where we are, we're still climbing. We're still elevating. Okay, so wherever we are, and often it's like, it's a stepping stone. We can't just be satisfied with where we are and say, oh, well, this is familiar and we always know what tomorrow brings, so let's just stay here where it's cushy. We're here to create more experiences. And right now, when you really want to do something or know something and you're not sure how it's done, you ever notice sometimes you just know stuff and you don't know how you know it? Like, I have so many ancestors that I've leaned on, thank goodness, when I want to learn something or do something and I don't know how to do it. And I'm just like, can somebody help me? Because someone in that lineage has at one time probably done what I need to know, and they come through me. Brooks Manfeld, brave, you gotta be brave. Yep. Trying to read that. Issues. I had to learn about, yeah. Oh yeah. There's a lot of learning. And once you crack Pandora's box, it just pours out. It's like a wild trip down the rabbit hole. As soon as you open up one and you start to really see what your part was in it, and then it leads down to the other and the other, and then you start seeing the truth, and it's like, oh my God, everything I knew was a lie. Everything was an illusion. And that was a very long session to go down and realize, oh my gosh. So that's why I put this person on a pedestal. So that's why I felt worthless here. So that's why I always give too much, as I never thought I was lovable as I was. And it just opened up so many can of worms. And I'm like, after I came out of that, and I probably lost about 10 pounds in a week, I'm like, whew, okay, everybody needs to know this. This is painful, but I feel alive again. I finally feel for the first time like I'm not lost. Okay, sorry guys, I'm chatty. So what I was saying is, definitely we know this is a stepping stone, okay? We're meant to go on to something more. And I can use a million examples. I don't know about million. They're saying I'm exaggerating, but okay, I'll take one. When I just wanted to learn how to create my own flagstone, because I'm quirky. I like to learn stuff. And I would go up on this huge stone hill that was, at the time, years ago, it was my mother-in-law's place, and she didn't care. It was like out in the bush, way up north, by a river. So I would roll back all the earth, and I would use a giant pry bar, and I would get huge pieces of roll them out stone by throwing stone in. I'm like, I don't even know how I'm doing this, but this is what I want to do. And I kept getting these kind of a download of, yeah, I could use this and this. And I literally stood up the stone, and then because someone had shown me how to do it, but I was not doing it right. I was using my axe, and I was slamming it with a hammer. Actually, I've got a scar here from the shrapnel coming off, because it's really not smart to put metal on metal, but anyways, won't go there. And I'm like, and it wasn't working, and I thought I was doing it right, and I was getting frustrated. And I said, okay, if there's any of my ancestors that know anything about, creating stone work of any kind, can you help me? I'm not getting it. And they literally, I could feel it tingling in my body, and this sudden certainty and confidence, like I definitely didn't have at the time, showing me where to put the hatchet, down the lines, and tap, 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 and how hard to do it. And it was wild. And all of a sudden, the whole thing split in half. And I was like, I'm sold. This is why we aren't supposed to sit in one spot and do the same thing. Because one day we'll be returning home, and we need to help our children's children. We need to have experience. We need to get our hands dirty and make mistakes and skin our knees now, so that we can offer assistance as well. Expand the universe. Okay, Books Manfeld. Briggs Myers personality type. Oh, interesting. I like that. Okay. My throat chakra is going crazy because I'm speaking way too much truth for the energies that don't like it. Oh well, I just keep talking. Okay, so we're gonna find out what's going on consciously with yourself. Okay, so something you're probably aware of, that you are being more receptive. So you're starting to find kind of a balance between the masculine and feminine side of yourself. So you're realizing it's not about work, push, push, push. You're starting to soften a bit and let it come to you. The more we try to control the outcome or push hard to attain it, I had to learn that the hard way. I had like 3 jobs. Oh my goodness. But anyways, the more we sit and let it come to us and just know it's going to come in the best way it needs to, the more things are starting to flow to us. So you're probably starting to see that some of your manifestations are coming in now, which is awesome. You deserve them. Look at the path we've been on, right? All right. Just recently, I wondered about this because I mentioned this early. We choose to be happy in each moment. So this is a card about, in the recent past, we learned that it's not about we'll be happy when we get that perfect job. We'll be happy when we get this perfect house. We'll be happy when we have this amazing relationship. We'll be happy when we started to make ourselves happy. We chose it. We created it for ourselves. Like you can get up in the morning, and this has happened. This is a real experience. I get up in the morning and I stub my toe. Now that could throw me off. I could be like, there goes the day. I could be like so many people and just say, great, now my toes sore all day. And then, but instead, you get up, you shake it off. You're like, I'm not going to let this get to me. I'm not letting you get to me. You go hit the coffee button, and the coffee overflows onto the floor, right? Because you don't have it done right. And you could let it get to you. You could, but I don't. I'm like, nope. Today's my happy day. In fact, I know today's going to be the happiest day, and I will create happiness no matter what. I will be the goofball. If I'm having a rough day, I will go have a campfire. I will go do something. But it's about taking charge of your own emotions and not allowing them to run you, not allowing the exterior environment to affect you. Why do we react? We don't need to. We can respond and say, no, I'm realigning, right? I'm changing this. You ever had a bad dream and you go back to sleep to try to change the ending? Books Manfeld. High Empress energy, power, confidence. Yeah, I definitely have some pretty high ranking stuff going through me. Dawn. As soon as I understand patience and trust, things started to show up, and it was so clear, and I knew it was for me because I asked for it. Bam, good job. That's what I'm talking about. And it takes a lot to figure it out. But once we lock in, we're like, wait a minute, this is happening. Okay. Sorry, guys. Throat chakra. In the near future, now the future's never written. We could change it every second, okay? I just want to say that. This is what the potential is, so long as we take this challenge and we start trusting, free falling, because everything's being done for us, and allow ourselves to be playful. Allow ourselves to be playful, okay? To bring up our energy. We will no longer be having this anxiety. Most of the world right now is filled with anxiety because they're always looking at the future. When you look at the future, you're filling yourself with anxiety. You look at the past, there's almost always guilt because that was a different version of us. Okay. Archangel Michael, please clear my throat chakra. 9:09 on the clock. I'm not playing here. We're bringing this out. So the point is, don't be stressing over the future because we're writing it right now. We have the pen right now. We're writing it, right? So if we're looking over there, we're not writing the story right now. We're not putting the paint to the canvas now. So we're just going on default. Same old things, same old people, same old jobs, same old experiences. So by allowing ourselves to be more playful and spontaneous and trusting that everything's going to work out and using everything resourcefully and resiliently in this moment, seeing what is being offered. Keep your attention on what is being offered. It's like Tetris, the game, right? I mean, this takes me back to my childhood, but they're going to give you the pieces you need. But if you panic and you start stuffing them and you're not looking at them and you're looking over there, you're gonna mess up a bit, right? We're going to miss stuff. Okay, where are we? Books Manfeld. Cool, Donna, manifesting. Yeah, that's power. That's power. Donna, it was the hardest thing. Leo here. I'm a Leo too. Rawr. Libra. Books Manfeld is a Libra. Awesome. All righty. Well, your air can help fuel our fire, okay? We'll get things moving in this collective. All right, right now, I want to find out what the energy is of us right now, guys. Let's take a look and see what we are being depicted as right now. What's our energy? Oh, we're still a little guarded after all those people came up against us. And we've got to remember, we're up here now vibrating, and they're down here. They cannot touch us. We're way up here. We're manifesting. These guys are like, no, I need to suck the energy out of you now. And they cannot. So we might want to let our guard down because as well, a lot of us on this journey, especially those of us who've remained alone, single, guarded, isolated, celibate. Oh, wow. I was just about to say this. See, there it is. It fell out. A lot of us that have been through that are guarded. And meanwhile, we've got love coming in. Thank you, Spirit, for the confirmation. Because we're starting to, how you bring in a love that isn't like all the others that tormented us, but instead is meant to be our divine pairing, is to truly understand what it is to love yourself, which we sucked at because we had to learn it, and that's okay. But after being on this journey, we figure it out. This playfulness brings this out. We remember that it's okay that we're not perfect, that we actually kind of love our flaws. They're quirky, they're fun, and then we don't need to be guarded because we stop caring so much about how other people view us, because we start to appreciate this wonderful loner skin suit We're a beautiful soul borrowing this thing. It's a loner, right? So we learn to love what's inside of us. And that way we start to see the beauty through the flaws of others because we read their higher self. We can see through the crap, the outside shell. And that's why we need to let our guard down. And that's going to be one of the trickier things to do now because we've had to have that guard so long. Books, Manfeld says, love fire signs. Yeah, feisty, passion, a whole lot of passion. I do everything passionately. When I go shopping, I'm passionate. Clean my floor, I'm passionate. But that's just how it is. Libras are all the Libras I've ever known are very very beautiful souls, very balanced, intellectual. I love your brains. I love intelligence, logic, and very harmonious, I guess. Anyone I've ever met is such a peacekeeper, and I love that. They're not looking for a fight. They're looking to find the happy middle ground, which I think is incredible. Brooks, you mess up by doing what? Overthinking? Or something else? Sorry, I didn't see when that came in, and I talk a lot. It's good that we mess up. If we didn't mess up, we'd never learn, right? The lessons that stick with us the hardest, that really burn through our brain, are the ones where we skin our knees the most, which is great. And I've done a lot of that in my life. I've made a lot of wrong decisions. Okay. I am going to find out what it is that you're desiring but standing in the way of, or blocking and sabotaging. So this is what you desire but what you're denying yourself. Let's go, Spirit. Let's tap in and see exactly what they need to know at this time. Pure potential, changing things up and doing whatever the heck you want, manifesting the life of you want, and clearing the slate. They're saying that's more it. Thank you. Clearing the slate. You wish you could just start over like an Etch-a-Sketch. I'm seeing an Etch-a-Sketch. You know the toys that we used to, well, some of you might not know. I don't know. And that does involve playfulness and trust, knowing you are worthy of a brand new beginning. And it's going to be a lot easier this time. And it's going to have somebody in it, even if it's friends, but your soul family that love you for who you are, all the flaws, all the fantastic ways, all the flaws, everything. Because you deserve that. That is your natural birthright. Books Manfeld. What do you think of the word magic or word spells? It's powerful in my experience. English is oh, yeah. The English language is spell work. Books. Thank you. That's sweet and true. Well, thanks. And books, you said overly defensive. Oh, well, look what you've had coming. Look what you've been slammed with. I think we can give yourself a little bit of grace here, right? Yeah. And as far as the English language, I am the word queen. I love words. I don't know. I can't explain. I think because I was meant to write poetry, write books, write lyrics. I love words. I love communicating. But very early on in my age, and no one told me this, I picked up on this, which I guess was my spirit team, how words are so literal. Even I struggle to say good morning, like I'm mourning something and I just woke up and I'm mourning it. There's like weekday where you're made to go to these matrix jobs, and by the weekend, you're weakened. Like I take words very seriously. And I kind of programmed my daughter that way too. So she'll call me out if I slip up. I love that kids can teach us so much more than we could teach them sometimes. All right, I'm going in for the key, guys, before we forget what I was talking about here. What's the key that we need to know, Spirit? Trust, free fall. Challenge is to be super playful. Tap back into that. Realize you create your own happiness. Be receptive. Do not be satisfied where you are. There's so much more waiting for you. Let your guard down. Let love in. Pure potential. You're the only one standing in your way of it. And the key is possibilities. Be that bird looking over the entire world saying, all the possibilities are open to me. Picture yourself sitting in this giant area where you're surrounded by all these timelines, threads, and it's just pick one. Which one? It's just boom, pull that in. You know you're worth it. You know you're ready. You've learned enough lessons. You've got enough of the tools in your tool belt all along the way. You've learned strong discernment. You don't need the guard anymore. You can see it a mile away. Oh, I threw it on the ground. You could see it a mile away when someone's coming in with the wrong intent or if they're lying. You could see it. You don't need armor. Heck, you got spidey senses that are like so intense. And you already know how to advocate for yourself. Or if someone gives you a red flag, it's like, no thanks, not interested, ta-ta. Like I had to learn all those, so you guys did too. We're on the same journey. Books Manfeld. Clearing the slate like Fred Flintstone. Is it? Exactly. Yes, spelling is spells. Exactly. My thought too. Morning is a bad word. Yeah, I was trying to find one. I was on here last night. I'm just learning how to go live. Truth, okay? To be transparent. My daughter had to help me because I'm not really techie. And I went on here last night and I had the time of my life, all of us all together. And it went 2 hours and I didn't even mean to, but I was still like, I was hopped. I would have stayed, but Spirit said, get off there. And we got into all these kind of topics. It was wild. Where was I going with the Spirit? Oh my gosh, I just totally had like a moment. But spell work. Like some of the, thank you. Is that I said we have to invent a new dictionary. The terminology that we've been brainwashed with and programmed with needs to be rewritten. We're on a whole new earth. We're building and creating our whole new earth. No corrupt justice, no corrupt anything anymore, right? So we need a new dictionary so that our children and children's children and all the lines after are going to get what the heck we're talking about when we're talking like we do. You know, like it's really going to suck when I'm 80 years old playing Scrabble, if that's still a thing. And I say, you know, something like ascension. And then my great-great-great-great-grandchild says, that's not a word. It's not in the dictionary. It's got to be in the dictionary, guys. Books Manfeld. I'm a carpenter. Tool belt. Well, I've flipped 2 houses, and I built 2 big houses on the lake, like big houses, like over $1 million on a lake up north, which I got bullied out of, but that's a whole other. You'll read the book when it's done. Bullied right out of it. Actually, one of them's still for sale, and I built them by clearing the land with these hands. Cleared the land. That's what my hands look like. That's why I don't have those pretty little princess nails. And I did some block work. I tried that, my hand at that. I did every part of it. I got my hands in everything. I did the electrical. I did, oh my gosh, this is flashing back. It was a few years back now. And the shop was bigger than the house. It was my dream home, but I didn't know that I was with somebody who had no intention on allowing me in it. Like I literally got bullied out, like severely. Okay, I missed some. Hold on. Let me catch up. God's warrior. Hey, beautiful soul. Hey, God's warrior. Spiritual warfare. Yeah, but we're winning. And Books Manfeld, sunrise works great. And I thought of, what was it? Oh, shoot, I can't keep, why am I? Dawn, I said dawn was breaking, but I didn't like that because I didn't like the breaking. And then I said, there was a few I had. Daylight rising, or was it dawn rising? Oh my goodness, I can't remember. They were all like more positive. God's warrior, bullies are on their way out too. Oh yeah, they are. It's gonna be fantastic. I love it. Books Manfeld says everyone should learn linguistics like false friends. Yes. We got to get that dictionary going. I mean it. We got to rewrite this. It's up to us. We can't say, this is a great idea and not take some responsibility for it. So I'm going to figure it out. Maybe this will be the prime mission of everybody in our soul tribe. We'll just all like add a word and a description we all agree with, and then we'll just keep doing it. Can't be that hard, right? Good old Webster's did it. All right, I'm going to do one more to find out one more meditation card, and then we're going to have more fun on here, figure out what we want to get into. Ooh, let's embrace change. Didn't I just say that, right, guys? Let's be the change. We can't just say, hey, I want everything to change. Let's be a part of this. Let's like devote ourselves to this. I want change, so I'm going to make it happen. If I want something, I pretty much make it happen. If nothing else, my journey has taught me how to be resourceful and resilient. Books Manfeld, that blows. People are so nasty. Yeah, but you know what? I'm honestly grateful for the lesson. Like, most people would never guess that I've been through what I've been through. Like, really crazy, crazy, bad stuff. But I'm so grateful because I would not be the powerhouse I am today if I hadn't gone through that. So I have gratitude for the lessons, and I totally went and let it go. They don't deserve me wallowing in it. They don't deserve my power. Books Manfeld. Yeah, okay, I got yours. All right, what are we going to get playing with, guys? Any suggestions? Next topic, next thought? God Warrior. Okay, I'm going to put these back on because now I just made my eyes dependent on them. I hate when I do that. Inspired for change, and we're going to we're going to happen. Yeah. Books Manfeld, I'm up for it. Okay. Well, this is what we got to do. We just got to figure it out. Who's the brains of the operation here? I'm the flighty one that's great coming out of the gate with a lot of passion. I'm the creative one, but disciplined, or I don't know. Who's got the most discipline here? Oh, I love you guys. Thank goodness. You know, it takes a community. All right, so here's what I'm thinking. Are you really thinking though, Kath? Okay, I'll tell you what. Love it, God's warrior. Yes. Yes, I think we should all get together and do this. Okay, so here's what I had an intuitive hit that I had to bring up tonight, but I don't even know if you guys are into this. So like 10 gazillion years ago, when my daughter was much smaller and we went to the library and this book jumped out, I was waiting for her to pick one out. Take that off, please, Archangel Michael. And this book fell out at me, and it was a book by Louise L. Hay, You Can Heal Your Life. So it's pretty well known. And it just happened to land open. And this is like my millionth copy. Well, I haven't had many. My dogs have eaten my books, everything. But when it fell like this on the ground, the heart was like this, open. And I'm the one who's in love with love, 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 love. Everything was a heart shape. That was my symbol. And I'm like, I got to have that book. I don't know what it is. So it actually inspired me to take it home. And I fell in love with this book. And in a nutshell, and no, I'm not being paid to endorse this, by the way. I just really do love it. In the middle of the book, it explains a lot about, dis-ease, all the sicknesses, alphabetical order. I love this. This was like totally meant to find me. And it's about how our beliefs or thought patterns create dis-ease, or a condition that we are, stuck to can create dis-ease, and how easy it is to use positive affirmations. Now, I'm not suggesting for a second that, traumas that are like trapped in your DNA, spiritual, emotional, mental, or physical bodies, that it's always easy to remove. But this is a start. When you see what your body talks to you, right? Heck, you stub your toe, it's minor details. Like, I kind of memorize a lot of these, but every single disease that you could think of, a lot of them is in here, and your body's talking to you. And everybody's like, let's take some pills and ignore it and numb what our body's saying. Well, don't do that, because that's your compass to tell you what needs to be changed, what needs to be healed here too. Books Manfeld. So we both need a Capricorn structure. I know, right? And Books Manfeld, you are welcome. God's warrior. God's been healing me from all mine. Yes, and that's true. It does. Our bodies are always healing itself, which is God energy, right? But this is amazing. I found this amazing because years ago, to connect it with so many things, and I started to see like, wow, this isn't just some, fun little plaything. Like, you could see how your body communicates. And so with me, when someone approaches me and they're like, oh, my this or my that, I already know kind of what's going on inside, and it's pretty wild how your body talks. Okay, well then, if not that, what are we going to talk about? The dictionary? Books Manfeld? Faith in God, or whatever you want to call the higher power is key, yes. And I've heard it called everything. from God, universe, source, creator. It's all the same, and we are all still, we have it going through us constantly. It's that energy. We're beautiful electrical beings. How electrifying. Well, does anybody else have any other questions? Boom, 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 boom. And a bunny. I'm going to keep this one shorter because I really did go over like about 2 hours last night, and that was silly. But I was excited. You could tell I had to cut loose all my friends, all kinds of people. And I sat alone for so long that when I finally met my soul tribe, I was so excited to talk to everybody, I couldn't shut up. Okay, how about any messages from angels? Isn't that wild you said that? Because I was literally pulling this out. Way to go, God's warrior. You really tapped in tonight. Okay, let's find out. We're going to get something deep. Calling on angels. All right, here we go. Let's get serious. Tapping in, what is the message we need to know? Well, that's a wild looking card. This is fun. These are fun reading them because they cram all the words together. Find and maintain inner peace to enjoy tranquility and stability. Tranquility, stability, serenity. And that's so true. Whatever you see in the world around you is an exact reflection of what you feel and hold on the inside. So always tapping in on the inside, getting your compass and feeling where you're at. Books Manfeld, I know an earth angel. Miss her so much. You do? Does she walk with the angels, or is she walking in the angel realm, or is she here on earth? Donna, any messages from my birth mother who passed before I found my birth family? Aw, her name is Elizabeth. Okay, hold on. Let me see if I can tap in, okay? Anything from Elizabeth? Okay, I don't know why I'm seeing this, but I have to have confidence speaking as it comes through. First of all, I saw arrows. I don't know what that means. Might be a direction, something to do with direction or pointing you in the right direction. I'm feeling the sensation that she's like trying to give you the love that you always definitely deserve, but she's always like trying to help from the spirit realm. She's giving you direction. Okay, thank you. Okay, I wasn't sure what she meant with the arrows at first. You're getting direction from all of the spirit realm, is what I'm hearing. And you will definitely meet again, just not right now, but you will meet again. What else? 28, I don't know what that means. That could be even a birth number, 2811. 11, significant. Oh, all right. Again, take this how it resonates. I hope I'm understanding the message clear. It's that you needed to be separate. You needed a different dynamics that you needed to learn, cooperating and balancing with people. It's part of your lesson, I'm hearing, okay? It's part of your lesson. Also, to attain strength and learn a different variety of creative aspects, dynamics. But also, now this could be, I don't know if I'm reading this right, but what I'm understanding is that by coming together with other bloodlines, so I'm expecting that what she means is you've already come together with some of the other family, is actually bringing those dynamics together. There's something about the intermixing of families or something that to that effect. But you were meant to learn strength, blending dynamics, which would be very difficult. Okay, you were challenged greatly. Oh, my ears ringing. And bringing two things together, two different aspects, two creative sides, bringing these sides together and creating something incredible. but you are very blessed, and you're being helped from the spirit world very powerfully. So, and I just was heard the term royalty in spirit, royalty. So you have high ranking spirits as well, ascended masters that assist with you. Oh, okay. I'm gonna close that channel. Um, did I lose you here? Sorry, that went long. Um, okay, so Book said you're up next, God's warrior. God's warrior, that's tapped in. Books Manfeld. Oh, sorry, Donna. God's warrior, I'm up next. And Books, you said to ask a question. And God's warrior already asked and been answered. Books, a Sagittarius. No, just away. Hey, Elite One, thanks for joining. What should I be doing now? Speaking your mind. Elite One, just speak your mind. Be authentic. Chime in wherever you want. Ask questions if you feel like. We're just getting messy, making mistakes, skinning our knees, and this is where it's safe for us to be raw and real. That's pretty much it in the nutshell. Donna, thank you. That's amazing. You're amazing, Donna. I'm not kidding. You feel powerful. You must feel powerful because you come from some very high-ranking spirits. Okay? It makes sense that you found your way here. It makes total sense. But that's why you went through that. It was to set you up for your life purpose, which I believe is going to have a lot to do with helping those that went through similar experiences, I would imagine. But you're very creative. So take full advantage of that. I'm going to look for another message just for fun's sake, because that's what I do. Ooh, that just kind of flew out. What have we got? Spiritual purification. Okay, let's unwrap this one. First, it's got to be not blurred. Come on. Spiritual purification. Oh, why is it doing this? Purify your spirit to clear inner impurities and achieve clarity. Purification, clarity, cleansing. There's so many ways to do that. Spiritual bath. I love burning sage. I love putting my bare feet in the grass and hugging trees and asking in prayer for help from Archangel Michael. I work very close with him to cleanse my space. What do you guys do for cleansing and stuff? Donna, I do feel powerful, especially lately. Good, because you're really ramping up. But definitely when we've got energies from the outside trying to, attack us and throw crap at us, it's good to keep your energy clear. Something I've been trying to work on is, especially because my father passed away 1 month ago, I got to hold his hand and help him cross over. But a lot of my relatives passed away in a very short time. And so me being the ever diehard romantic, attached, love, I have a lot of their stuff that was given to me because I just wanted to feel their essence around me still. Like my 2 grandmothers, my father, my uncle. So my thing is I've got to start clearing my space. Because one thing I definitely feel very strongly about is I personally love lots of clear space with hardly anything in it, but you wouldn't know it by looking at my place. But I really feel strongly that if you are constantly looking at things that evoke strong emotions that are sad or frustrated or anything, that those will keep recurring and kind of recreating that environment for you, at least mentally, right? So I got to clear my space better, and I've got to only have the things in it that bring me so much joy and happiness. So that's what one of my clearing of the energy. I also don't like holding on to items that people of the past that have come against me that they've given me or anything. What about you guys? How do you like to keep your energy clear? Boom, boom, boom. Aloha 77. Please, can I ask what I need to be doing? I feel stuck. Absolutely. Hey, Atari Cat. Aw. Donna, I ask Archangel Michael to clear my space. I also clear it with my energy by pushing it out my aura with a light, golden light. Beautiful. I love that. Booksman Feld, sorry for your loss. Oh, thank you. If I didn't have a direct line 1-800 still call dad. I always had that. I would be absolutely shattered. Truth be told, I was daddy's girl. So I would have been absolutely shattered. But thank goodness I could still speak with all of them. And I love that so much. It eases the pain, eases the missing them. And I know where we're going. And it's a really cool spot. That's why we're not allowed to know. Or we'd be like hightailing at home, not learning our stuff. Yes. Let's find out, Aloha 77, exactly what you need to be doing so you're not stuck. Um, Aloha 77, we didn't do you weren't there yesterday when we did all the numerology, eh? Probably not. I don't think so. I don't think I remember seeing you there. Aloha 77, if you want to have some fun, get messy with me here. Without putting anything to do with your birthday here, okay? No publicly putting your birthday out there. We don't need anybody else coming at us. Yeah, that's beautiful too. It's mental to you, Books Manfeld. Okay, so I'm gonna bring you in on this Aloha 77. I did everybody's numerology. That was fun. That was a trip and a half last night. So what you want to do without putting your birthday on here at all? We do not want to know your birthday. Um, Okay, so take your birthday and every single number you add together separate. For instance, if you're January, it's 01, right? It's 1 plus. If it was January 1st, it's 1 plus 1. If it was January 1st, 1911, it would be 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 9 plus 1 plus 1. You'll get a number, probably a double digit. If you give me that, I can help you out. Excuse me. Is that your sign as a Cancer, Aloha 77? Because, I just need, if you add up all individual numbers to your birthday, that's where I got Earth Angel 3811. I'm a 11. Double whammy of creativity. Holy crap. Reduced to a High Priestess 2. Donna, I'm doing everyone's numbers now since last night. I'm so happy for you. See, look at you, rock star. Oh my gosh. You're taking over the world, helping everybody figure out what their path is or how capable they are of so many beautiful, potentials. The whole reading was about potential. Excuse me, guys. I'm really feeling a lot in the throat chakra tonight, which is crazy. I'm still going to fight through it. I got a lot to say. Aloha, 25. Perfect. Okay. So your number, your birth purpose number, or whatever you want to call it, your life path number would be 7. It's 25/7. So your biggest lesson in life is to learn how to trust and have openness with others. So you've been someone who's lied to a lot, betrayed a lot. You've come against it all. People who've tested your trust and your ability to feel like you're safe to be open, right? Those have been your biggest challenges because you're meant to overcome them. It's all for a reason. It's all by design. Okay, so that's going to help you on your path. Learning how to show other people how to be vulnerable and be able to trust and be open. That'll be one of your big. That'll be one of your big ones. Books Manfeld, are you serious? Don't freak me out, man. I've hardly met anybody that has my 3811 number. That floors me. Okay, Aloha 77, we're going to finish. So one of your other lessons is strongly about embracing change, which ironically we were talking about tonight, because you're meant to bring a lot of change to the world. You're someone who's going to bring a lot of change in the way that people have beliefs. So maybe you've experimented or taken different paths to understand spirituality or kind of how you feel about certain religions, aspects of it. Should I say that? They're telling me you have to be responsible and say what you know. I'm also getting you I don't want to call her out. You're really incredibly creative in a bedroom. That's what I'm hearing. I'm not going to get any more than that. Okay. What else? The two is you've come against a lot of very complex dynamics of people that have really pushed you because you were meant to understand totally different dynamics and how to be the middle guy in between. So you would have like this person hates this person and drama, and even they're difficult to deal with, and yet you found a way to appease this person and this person without totally stripping yourself of any integrity. Like you found the happy middle ground, or that's what you're meant to do, is be able to kind of be the middle guy to help everybody understand different perspectives, which is amazing. That's beautiful. But don't forget to also include your own perspective, because if you're like me and how I was, you're easy to put yourself in everybody else's shoes, but it's about remembering you matter also and find your way in that dynamic. Awesome. Aloha 77, exactly 100%. That's beautiful. Books Manfeld, just wow. Okay. Yeah, 3811. Oh, wait. Aloha 77 said, wow. Oh my God, exactly. Sorry, I missed these guys. Aloha 77 said yes and laugh out loud. So, Books Manfeld. You hear my throat chakra? Under constant attack, all right? I hate those. I hate saying those words and putting them out there. So I'm taking them back and I'm changing it to used to always be under attack. One of our lessons in life, and since very early on, is how to speak authentically, not in a way that it's so flower coated that everybody else will feel safer in our light, and we dim it till our message gets lost, and it doesn't even come out the way we want. Okay, so we were hurt very young, very early on in life. We felt a lot of hurt from the things that people would say. That's why we don't like certain words, certain things like that. So we are so careful about how we express ourselves, that because we're super sensitive. 3 is also super sensitivity. But sometimes our message gets lost because, oh my gosh, they just gave me the analogy. I used to do this to my daughter. She used to be like, Mom, where? Okay, so like I'd have a piece of celery, okay? Say for instance, I did this on a few things, and I would peel it so much. You know those little stringy things? I didn't want her to choke, right? And I'd take all the strings off of it, like peel the celery to the point where there was hardly anything left because I kept pulling the strings. She goes, Mom, there's no celery left. But it's like our messages were like that, where we would go to say something and it was something profound. It really was important and very valued, but we didn't view it that way because we were always kind of made to believe that our voice didn't matter, or there was some reason why it wasn't valued or even listened to or acknowledged. Children should be seen, not heard. Just had to throw that out there. But anyways, our message would be so withered down by the time we candy coated it, made sure the other person that we'd actually not even speak authentically what our true message was, and it'd be lost. So that's a big one. And also, that's when our throat, we have to watch, because our throat will get sore throats, anything to do with our mouth, our breathing, and everything, when we're getting blockages in that chakra, because we're very much meant to speak only the truth authentically. Aloha 77, thank you very much. You're welcome. I'll help you more because I know that doesn't necessarily help you, but I'll just get back to you with that. So 3811, also we are super, super sensitive. So we go into a crowd, we pick up immediately like a sponge until we master it. All the emotions. We could tell who's feeling this drama, that drama. We can read a person so easily, their emotion. We are like giant sponges for these emotions. But now it's a double-edged sword. It's because we're empathic based on some of the defense mechanisms we had as children to keep our environment feeling safe. We needed to feel safe by sensing almost what someone's needs were before they even knew they needed them, and then appeasing them or fulfilling them or being cautious about how we speak. Also, the 8, super strong. So I could speak for myself, and I do legitimately believe this. I've been always the strong one where everybody leans on me. I'm the troubleshooter. I'm the one who has to be tough when there's difficult situations. But at the end of the day, I've never had anybody strong enough to be there so I could crumble, right? When it was my turn to have a meltdown, or like I've just had too many burdens, I have never met anybody strong enough necessarily to be able to say, hey, I've got your back. You can crumble here for a bit. Have a recess, right? So you probably felt the same. Now, 3811, right? The 11 is like a double whammy creative energy, which flows through you 24/7, no matter what, at high intensity. It's right from source. So it's going to come out whether you use it to be constructive or destructive, right? Might have been a time in your life when you were more destructive. Certainly I went through that, the rebellion stage. I am someone who writes. I'm a writer. I'm a painter. I always laugh. I say I'm the butcher, the baker, the candlestick maker, but I'm not a butcher because like I feel what animals feel, even the dewworms in the puddles. So I have to rescue them. But anyways, yeah, it's such an intense. I play musical instruments. I need to have an outlet all the time. so that if we're not expressing this creative energy, it can actually become a physical ailment in the body. Like it actually takes up space. Often, usually going after reproductive organs first. I find both men and women alike, and because it's a double whammy of it, we need to have an outlet. And if you're not being extremely creative, sexual expression and creative expression go hand in hand. So you either have to be real busy in the bedroom, which will deplete your creative flow, or real creative and it'll deplete the other. Okay? You catch what I'm saying? Is like a balance, and they're both represent the same kind of energy that flows through you. Now, because it ends in 11, and if you reduce it one more time to the 2, the 2 is like a high priestess, very intuitive, which also, Aloha 7-7, you're also highly intuitive, like the high priestess is in your number. There's very variable, like I said, potency of this extreme psychic abilities that you have the ability to tap into for sure. And definitely 3811, Books Manfeld. I'm learning. I didn't know if it was 3811 or 382. And yes, you nailed it with me. Yeah. Yeah. Well, because I am that. So I kind of cheated. I kind of have a template. It's not even funny. Okay. Yeah. So very, very highly intuitive, obviously, sorcery, psychic, past life, definitely. Like, this is not your first rodeo. You're an old soul. You've been through this. You've mastered a lot of this. We've done this all before. Yes, book says, yes, I have to be my own best friend. Yeah, I know. I hear you. Me too. But you know what? That's what I'm saying with the love card coming out. Everybody is starting to find their somebody now, because we had to learn how to love ourselves first. Why would we want to bring our baggage or unhealed parts to a relationship? It's like hurt people, right? So we had to clean up our muck a little bit, not be perfect human beings, but certainly be able to recognize where we have to have accountability, take responsibility for our own actions, show up at least semi-healed or at least calm and responsive instead of reactive, listening to understand each other instead of, listening for the sake of having a voice, a response. Elite 1, 18. Oh, beautiful. Okay. 18/9, because you add those two together, right? So, first of all, I just love that number. I just want to say that. But yeah, you're highly creative with the 1. So, again, you either need lots of punta or you need lots of creative outlet. So, you're going to have hobbies, creative outlet. You need to do something creative, even if you're an elaborate cook or baking cakes. With the 8, it is the strength number. So again, you've probably never met or had very few people that were strong enough to catch you when you needed to have a fall and crumble and have a meltdown. It was always you alone taking care of it, or there's no time for you. You have to be strong. You know what I mean? And you will have that partner one way or another in life, through a friend, through a relationship, whatever. We aren't meant to walk alone. The 9, you're a highly spiritual teacher, okay? So you're someone who had to find strength in being independent and have the unpopular beliefs, because you've looked at different religions and wisdom of different spiritualities and which one tasted right to you, which one pulled on you. And I feel like you're going to lead people into not fearing how to be exclusively devoted to what they feel in their heart, and how to tap into their heart space and bring that to light, and how to have feeling confident in doing so, even if it's like the black sheep. It's not popular, but you're going to show people a lot about spiritualism. Where did I leave off? Sorry, guys. Aloha 7-7. I met someone new. Is this safe for me? If you have to ask, that concerns me. How do you feel? How do you feel in the gut? How do you feel? Any red flags? Books Manfeld. Yes, the sexuality is spot on. Yeah, I know. I've been alone a long time. So I'm very, very creative. I'm painting everything. I'm doing and creating everything. I'm about to write another book, so I'm on it. Yep. Donna, my hubby is a 7. So he struggles with trust and openness. He's been lied to and betrayed in the past. So one of his lessons is to learn how to be vulnerable and trust and be open, be trustworthy and trusting. Aloha 77, good. You feel good about it, then see, like, I mean, I think for myself, it's always how you feel inside. I used to give everybody the benefit of the doubt, and then I'd give them second chances of things, and it's like I don't ignore them now. But if you feel good about the person, enjoy it. And I'm not that quick to just give myself over. Look, okay, if you're here, if you are the masculine here and you found this and you need to know this, you are a divine masculine. This is who finds my threads, okay? You have a very divine wand. I'm just going to say that. I have to be careful. I don't know what gets thrown in and out of here. It's a magic wand. Let me speak. If you are the female, the feminine, you have a divine womb. Every child you birth is gifted. Every creative outlet you have, it has your magic essence on it, okay? And if you were to bake a cake and someone ate it, they get this beautiful divine healing. You are healers. And the feminine carries this incredible protective energy around her. So when any male uses their magic wand and taps into said golden womb, if you will, okay? And I'm just using the terms I can use right now, guys. They're pulling on your energy. Your frequencies are matching your energies. It's a cord. It's a cord, and they can harness and harvest energy. They get divine protection, whether they deserve it or not. If you're with a karmic female, someone who is not a beautiful divine female, but is someone who's maybe operating in shadow, and you are a beautiful divine masculine, you're using your magic wand, just looking for some fun, you wear their karma intertwined. This is why we must be careful where we put wands and magical things. All right, I better catch up. No red flags, good. I'd say, personally, I just keep going. Talk, learn about each other. None of that small talk. By now, I'm sure you're tired of small talk. I don't do small talk. It needs to have some kind of depth, right? Books, Manfeld, Punta. Yeah, I know. I don't even know where. That was like some made-up word I had. Elite one. Okay. Thanks. Good. Books, Manfeld. KU. I hear so much about KU. KU. Oh my goodness. We have a whole new language going on here. Okay, did I answer all the questions or does anybody else have anything else? LOS 77. Yes. Okay. And a bunny. 9:55 on the clock. Why did that catch my attention? Spirit guides. Well, they're saying look it up. Get off your derriere and look it up. Okay. So whenever a number grabs my attention on the clock, if I'm not sure what it is, my ears are just ringing like crazy here. I type in angel number 955. Let's find out what it says, guys. Here's our message. Angel number 955 signifies positive change, transformation, and new beginnings, especially in the realm of love and relationships. Bam! Thank you, angels. It encourages letting go of negativity and embracing growth, suggesting a potentially fulfilling relationship is on the horizon. Woo! Oh, my creative days might be slower soon. This number also highlights the importance of intuition and empathy during this transformative period. There it is, guys. So all I do is I will just type in angel number blah, blah, blah. Of course, I see the 9 and the 5 and the 5. 5 is very heavy change, right? So they're saying embrace change. Aloha 77 says, awesome. Okay, you guys have anything else you need from me? Look at that. How long have I been on here? Oh my goodness. Isn't there a timer on these things? An hour and a half. I said, I'm not doing 2 hours again. You guys are fun to talk to. Book Manfeld, see you guys later. Stay strong. You too. And thanks so much for all your input, Books Manfeld. That's awesome. All right, guys, I think I should probably take off too. Donna, speaking of magic, I love dragons. Even got the tattoo. How am I connected to dragons? Oh, what is her name? There's someone on Facebook who does readings. I really like her. You were quite possibly a dragon in another life, and yes, they are real. Okay, by the way. And okay, I'm getting a message coming through. You were potentially one of the you were potentially one of the dragons that there were some people that went against dragons and actually went on some island and burned. Are you sensitive to fire or burning or fear of burning or fire or anything, Donna? Aloha 77. You're welcome. Um you were I think you were definitely a dragon in another life. And yes, they did exist. Definitely did exist. That's probably why you feel so closely tied to them. That's my theory. And that's what I got channeled is that you may have been one of the ones that were on, I think it was an island, and a bunch of people came and set them on fire. And it's so sad. It really bothers me. So you might have a bit of not a fear, maybe just a deeper respect. Oh, you can influence fire, is what I just got through. You can influence fire. Like you can make it, you can manipulate it. Thank you, Spirit. You can manipulate fire. That's really cool. That's what I'd coming through. But yeah, you were definitely, but they were, a lot of people went against the dragons, painting a picture that was so false. It was so unrealistic. But again, that was part of our healing journey. As you know, the witch wounds, people are afraid to come forward with their psychic abilities and their gifts because they're afraid they're going to be crucified and burned at the stake like other lifetimes when they were. Um, Atari Cat, dragons is significant with me, or rather my daughter. She absolutely loves them. Then definitely another one, a dragon. I'm going to have to find that girl. Oh, I see her reels on Facebook. She's very much a part of the dragon clan. She was searching for other dragon soul family too. It's beautiful. Donna, I have made a flame dance once. Oh, wow. See, that's what I mean. You can manipulate it. That's beautiful. Isn't that amazing? So just imagine what else you can do. Our egos and our minds keep it small, right? We limit ourselves. But just imagine what you can do, right? And we all have these secret powers that we're not even sure that we have yet because our minds limit us and say, that's not real. That's impossible. No, it's not. We could do amazing things. I love playing with the wind also. Okay, does anybody else have anything else to say? I know I'm supposed to be closing this out. I just love hanging out with you guys. You guys are awesome. Do, 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 do. I'm going to put a little heart on there. Okay, guys. Donna, fire is mesmerizing. Yeah, it's one of the best ways. It's like just gazing into it is actually, what do they call that? I know this one. I think my brain's getting tired. You could, it's not just mesmerizing, you can actually see things in it. You know what I mean? You can use that with your intuitive abilities. I know there's a word for it, and I don't know why I'm having a problem with it. Now, I really wish I could remember that girl's name. She's all about the dragons. I'm going to try to find it and put it on here soon. There's a lot of people that are trying to find each other that were dragons in another life, and it was so amazing. I love it. But I'm not really sure. I'm going to see really fast if I can find it. Yeah, you get visions. Yeah. Is it called scrying? Why did that name just come to me? I don't know. I think something like that. But you can use it. It's like a crystal ball, right? It's like a crystal ball. You look in and you kind of blur your eyes and and you're using that ability to tap into the other side. It's really cool. I love it. I don't know. I'm not finding that one that I was talking about, but if I find out I'm gonna call her Dragon Lady because I can't remember. I think she's from Australia, and she's on here. If you guys know who it is, she's always speaking of dragons. Atari Cat says I was also quite drawn to dragons as a kid. Reptiles in general, interesting. Well, there you go. Maybe we'll figure out who she is, and I'll try to remember it for next time. Yes, scrying. Thank you, Donna. Sometimes my head gets tired and I can't remember. I've got so much in there crammed. I don't see who this woman is, but she's really cool. I loved watching her do her readings for the longest time. She also works a lot with Hecate and some of the dark feminines, I believe. Okay, I'll try to remember next time, guys, and see if I can bring it. Okay, guys, I'm sending you guys so much love, and thank you so much for tapping in. I'll try, I keep saying I'll try to announce when I'm going to be on. Let's have fun, and I'm going to aim for tomorrow is what? Oh, let's see. Oh, by the way, it's the 7/7 portal. I just had to say it. I don't know why. All right. Tomorrow I'm going to aim for. I'm going to aim for 8 o'clock. Hopefully that's not too late. I know some of you guys work 8 o'clock, which is yeah, it's 10 o'clock p.m. here now. So whatever your time changes, I don't know. I'm in on Muskoka, Ontario. Donna, you rock. See you next live. You bet. And Atari Cat, great stream. Thanks. Enjoyed my stay. Good. Come on by anytime. I appreciate you all so much. Take care, guys. Keep shining.